Welcome to the Sims FormWriter report form creation video. My name is Ken Utley, President of Sims, and the purpose of this video is to assist in the understanding of creation and customization of the FormWriter report files. FormWriter form creation is more easily understood when we choose and analyze existing reports that can be found in the FormWriter installation. You will notice that most reports that have been created are named in a convention that will seem familiar to current Sims 2 users. They are named as the Sims 2 keystrokes may have been required in order to perform the desired report, except that others have been added to illustrate added features and capabilities of FormWriter. In Sims 2, a summary list of accounts report is accessed through the following keystrokes from the Sims 2 main menu: R, then L, and finally S. Using this convention, the same report can be found in FormWriter and is named R-L-S. Since we are trying to understand basic concepts, we will choose this listing report to demonstrate these basic concepts. I'm going to begin by opening up the RLS report. We can move it up and open it up a little bit further. And here you can see the basic report as you'll remember it from The Sims 2. Now, notice there are some asterisk characters which are used in the Sims 2 report. Do not confuse these from control and field characters that are going to be inserted into the report. If you click on any space here, you will notice that there is a corresponding information is provided, line 6, character 8, down below. If it pertains to a field that needs to be identified, you will notice at line 27 and then character 31 with the name of the field, account name. Let's just go straight to the top in the upper right hand corner and notice a couple of things. Report run date. And then we click on the field and you'll see current date stamp and current time stamp. Then we're going to get down to the actual body of the listing. Many of the reports that are created within the FormWriter use a reoccurring or relining of additional data over and over. We're going to start those lines out with an account begin listing block. And at the end of the line, we're going to find an account end listing block. These are quotation marks, if you'd like to look at it that way, for the data that's located within that frame. Note that sometimes you can nest different listing blocks within there. But in this case, we've picked a very simple one. We're going to start out, and you'll notice at the middle of the bottom, we're going to change. This starts account begin listing block. The next thing is the account number. And if you counted them off, you'd know there were 12. Then we have a space. Then the account group, the account class, account name, and then the account primary phone number. Now, we could choose to make changes on there. For example, let's just do a slight modification of this and pick something just a little bit different. Let's go and delete, by striking the delete key, this particular account primary phone number field. Do you want to delete this field? Yes. Now I can come right back to there, place my cursor where I want it, strike the F10 key, and I will get a list of all those fields that I might select to put in there. You'll notice these are all in alphabetical order. And I think we might have an alternate phone number. See, we could choose the account alternate phone number instead of the primary number. Then click OK. And since I know it's the same size, it'll fit right immediately in there where I had it. If I really wanted to identify this properly, I could just do that like that. And I've moved that over. And now If I wanted to complete this modification of this report, I can choose the F9. It will then build up and try out all the fields. If there are any errors within those fields, it would identify those. If you start there, you'll see it's build dated, current timestamp. It'll actually move from top to bottom, left to right, and list all the fields. In this case, you can see they're all there. Build completed. If there was a problem, there's going to be an error code, and it will be identified by a red mark inside of there. We're going to close that down. I've created now the new build block as well as the image file for the FormWriter. And if I want to go out and write the FormWriter file itself, this time I'll click here. Do we want to save the changes? Yes, we do. We've modified the image file, so we've got to save the changes. Click yes. Now I've created a RLS report that uses the alternate primary number instead of the primary phone number. All right, now that we've created, or modified, I should say, an RLS example report, let's take this to the next level. Let's create a report from a blank file. In this case, I can go straight to New. We're going to create a report form. We're going to call it an RLSC. And I tend to make these dash C's at the end if they're comma delimited or semicolon delimited files. We're going to open that up. We're going to choose Account Listing Report. There are many kinds of different reports, and we'll try to speak something about those. There's Account Database Report, where you get all of the database. Dealer Database, that makes fairly common sense there. Dealer Listing Report, Out of Service Entry Reports, Pending Service Work Orders. You want to make sure you review all the different possible reports to get to the one that best suits you, because it is going to control the kind of data that you can put within the file. Most of these that are added into the end were new reports that were done within the FormWriter to allow history time frame reports, would be like the HT report in the Sims 2, and statistical reports. But in our case, we're going to just choose the account listing report, and we're going to try to create a report that's a very simple report. Instead of having a page, we're just going to make a semicolon delimited file. So let's just do this. This report is the standard R-L-S report, except it is semicolon delimited for importing into, well, I guess I could capitalize that, into Excel. Tells us there's none there. That's good. Okay, now we've got a blank report. And we can stretch it out just a little bit. Okay. Let's start out. We put our cursor in the upper left-hand corner. We hit the F10, and we know we're going to look for account listing begin block. We always have to start out with that begin block. And here we are, the account begin listing block. That starts our beginning. Now we know that we're going to want to put probably the account number. Now we may want to put a semicolon in there. And you know, we could have put a title line above that if we wanted. Let's try account name now. I would imagine we put another semicolon. One of the reasons for using the semicolon is a lot of databases have commas in there where they put the last names first, followed by the first name. Next thing, probably we'd be interested in the group. I could imagine we'd be interested in the class. I could imagine we probably want to be interested in the phone number. Count primary phone number, I believe it's labeled under. We'll probably stop right there. Obviously, we could bring many more fields in there, including access fields and stuff like that. At the end, put one space. That's just a common sense kind of thing to do. And we're going to put account end listing block. After that, carriage return, just to come down to the beginning of the line. At this point in time, we've created our own little custom block there. And we can hit the F9 key to build it up. We got an error because it was the first time, and we can save the file out now. And we've created a file. Now let's enter a new report. We can enter this new report by doing the RLSC. And we can put a time. We're going to generate it at 6 a.m. I put a space because it'll make it jump to the top of the screen. For Excel. I could go on and put other parameters in there. I'm not sure that that serves any purpose right here. We'll put these in order. I can generate this report. And notice, I've now created a report that's a semicolon deleted, takes care of the FiberTech Incorporated and things like that, that I can then take and import into Excel. Now, I did a general one. It picked up all my demo accounts, but that's not required at all. Notice if there was nothing in the field, we're going to get the blanks and so forth like that. This is a very simplified way of how to create a report in the FormWriter. Thank you for your attention.